Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Boom. I'll go first. Okay? Let's do unscripted. I activate Gunkin Suship Shari Red's effect in my hand. By revealing Gunkin Suship Shari, I can special summon it. And now I can special summon one Gunkin monster from my deck. And then treated it as an Exceed summon with both monsters. So I will special summon from my deck Gunkin Suship Uni. And now, treating it as an Exceed summon, I use my two monsters and build the overlay network and Exceed summon Gunkin Suship Uni class Super Dreadnought. When summoned with Uni as material, it gains the ability to attack directly. And now it's time for my normal summon of Gunkin Suship Shari. And now since Gunkin Suship Shari is on my field, I can immediately special summon Gunkin Suship Ikura. And now I Exceed summon using my Gunkin Suship Shari and Gunkin Suship Ikura. In order to build the overlay network once again. This time, my Gunkin Suship Ikura class Dreadnought. On Exceed summon with Shari as material, I get to draw one card from my deck. And when summoned with Ikura as material, it can now attack twice per battle phase. I set one card face down and end my turn.
Right. I draw.
What do you plan to do?
First, I'll activate White Princess's effect. I send it to the graveyard, and all monsters on the field lose attack equal to 300 times their rank or level.
So Ikura goes from 2200 down to 1000. And Uni class Super Dreadnought goes from 2900 down to
1400.
1400.
Until the end of the turn. Now I activate Card Destruction.
We discard our entire hands and draw cards equal to the amount discarded?
Correct.
So I discard 2 cards in order to draw 2 cards.
And I discard 4.
That's a lot of new cards.
Now, since White Baking was sent to the graveyard, I can activate its effect to add 2 cards to my hand that specifically list Skull Servant in their text, and then discard 1 card.
What a scary deck.
I will add a White Prince.
Another one.
And a White Princess.
Another one.
And then I will discard White Prince from my hand. And since White Prince was sent to the graveyard, I can activate its effect to send a Skull Servant and a Lady in White from my deck or hand to the graveyard.
Oh no. That's a whole lot of Skull Servants. How many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since these, White Prince, White Mare, Lady in White, and White Baking, and their names become become Skull Servant in the graveyard. I currently have 7 Skull Servants in my graveyard.
I hope he doesn't get out the king.
Now I activate Hand Destruction.
I discard 2 more cards.
We both discard 2 and draw 2.
Both my copies of Raigeki gone.
And now, since White Prince was sent to the graveyard, I can activate its effect again.
Again?
To send another Skull Servant and another Lady in White.
How many is that gonna be?
Did I miss one? Another Lady in White to the graveyard.
You literally just cut half your deck on your first turn.
Let's see.
Pretty soon you'll have no cards in your deck to play. But I plan to beat you far before that happens.
Now,
What's he plan to do next?
alright. I'm going to activate Twin Twisters. I discard a card to target up to 2 spells or traps on the field. I'll target your face down.
Now my magic cylinder.
Ooh, that was lucky. And destroy it.
I hope he doesn't
Alright.
get what he needs.
Now I will normal summon Dark Grepher.
What's that do?
And I will activate its effect. Once per turn, I can discard a dark monster, then send a dark monster from my deck to the graveyard.
That's 2 more Skull Servant cards.
I'll discard Una Zombie,
Una Zombie?
and then I will send King of the Skull Servants to the graveyard.
Well, what good does that card do you in the graveyard?
I forgot one of them. Alright, now... Now I will activate Mizuki's effect from the graveyard. I can banish it from my graveyard, target 1 zombie monster in my graveyard. I will target King of the Skull Servants.
Oh no.
And then I special summon it.
How much attack does it
Now,
have?
King of the Skull Servants' original attack is equal to 1,000 times the number of Skull Servants or King of the Skull Servants in the graveyard.
You basically have half your deck.
I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Skull Servants in my graveyard, so King of the Skull Servants has 1,100 attack.
1,100?
11,000 attack.
That's even worse.
Now I will enter the battle phase.
During your battle phase, I activate Uni-class Super Dreadnought's quick effect. Targeting monsters up to the number of Gunkan Exceeds monsters I control and negating their effects permanently. I have 2 Gunkan Suship Exceeds monsters, so I can negate the effects of your Dark Grepher and King of the Skull Servants, which means now your King of the Skull Servants attack drops to nothing.
Alright, my King of the Skull Servants will attack your Gunkan Suship Ikura class Dreadnought.
It has 1,000 attack, thanks to your White Princess.
Yep. So, I lose. I take 1,000 damage.
That puts you down to 7,000 life points.
But when my King of the Skull Servants is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, first of all, its effects are no longer negated in the graveyard.
Oh no.
Second of all, I can banish 1 other King of the Skull Servants or Skull Servant from my graveyard and special summon my King of the Skull Servants back to the field.
Oh man.
So I will banish a Skull Servant and special summon King of the Skull Servants.
How much attack does it have now?
It now only has 10,000 attack.
Only 10,000?
Now King of the Skull Servants, attack Gunkan Suship Ikura class Dreadnought again.
Oh no. How much does that put me down to?
That does 9,000 damage, wiping out your life points.
Oh man. I had Spiritual Entanglement in my hand, which would have let me banish your King of the Skull Servants. And I had Gravedigger's Trap Hole, So if you ever activated White Prince's effect in the hand, I could have activated it, negated it, and burned you for 2,000.
Good game.
Good game.